I know. Surprise!
Ah! Screams again!
I said, I'm gonna go as a human today. Watch everybody lose their minds. I know it was a ducky the last time. Bethy, you're so right. Was a ducky. I'm usually the frog lady, but look at me now. Wowie, wow, wow. Oh no, Shelly.
Jesus Christ in the sky!
Surprise! Oh my goodness me.
Oh my god.
Comma's on the recording. Wave hi to the camera. Hi, camera. For our YouTube. Hides. That's okay. He usually only does pans outs here and there's. I have a YouTube channel where I post all my story times at. The little widget down in front here, if you click that, it'll take you to the YouTube channel. And that way you can watch all story times if you've ever missed one, or you want to fall asleep to one, or anything like that. I think one day we should do like an ASMR story time where we do nothing but we whisper the whole time.
Bye-bye. Oh, wow.
I know. Okay, it's going to look a little silly, but I got to res my books out real fast. And the tokens! Make sure you got your token HUDs for summer on. I got to put my tokens out, too.
I will get them right, okay. I have a frog in my throat.
Sounds riveting.
It's the frog lady.
Alright, you got your token HUDs on? I'm going to drop these tokens out. Get ready. Get spaghetti.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, let's see here. I'm excited for story time. I don't know about y'all. Oh my goodness me. Now where the heckery? Oh no, where are my tokens? Oh, here we go. I'm too organized sometimes for my own good. I got folders inside of folders inside of more folders. Oh my goodness. I got it together. I got it. I got it. Got a sloth. How could I have forgotten to bring an animal to animal story time? Oh my goodness. Did everybody else bring an animal? Does everybody else have an animal here? I see. Okay, Tara's got a sloth baby. Josh has a dragon. Kama is an animal. Okay. Oh, you got your sister. Cat, what? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you came as the animal. Oh my goodness. Look at your sloth baby. You got your unkie? Oh my goodness me. That is too cute. Golly gee. I can't believe I even forgot. Everybody's always like, Miss Red, what's the theme? What's the theme for story time? And every time I'm like, story time theme is this. And then today I was like, it's gonna be animals. Oh wow, that's a big cat. I know I'm working on it, Shelly. Hold on. They're only good for an hour, so if I need them to last the whole story time, I gotta wait until exactly 5 to put them out, or they're poof before I'm too ready. I don't want to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm getting it.
Yeah.
I just don't want them to go away too soon, because I can't get them back once they go poof. I know, right? Let's see. What animal am I going to have today? Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, I got some birds. Doesn't have to be a cuddly animal. It can be a bird animal. Let's see. Oh, boy. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have that. Fast like a duck, like a duck, like a duck, like a duck. Oh no. No, I don't think that kitty is gonna eat you. I think that kitty would eat a fish if possible. It will not. See? It's safe. It's safe. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, it's well trained. I agree. I agree with that. Wow, that's a big unicorn. My goodness. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I think the elephant may be a little too large. Holy cannolis. You got quite an impressive animal collection in there. A fox in a onesie. Ghost made it. Woo. Woo. I have a wide angle, but it's not that wide. Oh gosh. Okay, tokens are out. Get your tokens. You can run through them. You can click them. Get them however you need to get them. They're out here on my froggy plate I designed in clay class. Yeah, your cousin can come. You're welcome. Oh, cute. I love that. So cute. Tiny bunnies. That's precious. Story time is for everybody. Friends, family, caregivers, that one babysitter your parents booked but she didn't stay the whole time. It's for everyone, okay? That's how I feel about it. Why deny yourself the time for story? Annie is in school. He's in magic class right now. I know. We got him all enrolled in the crayon box school, and then it happened at the same time today. And he was like, "Well, I'm gonna say I'm sick and I'm not going." And I was like, "Son, you can't do that." So he's at school. He's sad. He's bummed. Don't fret. He's upset. He's spaghetti. But I said, "Don't worry. It's a YouTube video." And he's like, "Mom, that's not what I want." I said, "All right. I guess you're right. I guess you're right." It is not the same. You're right. Okay. It's 5 o'clock. You know what time it is. It's story time. It's story time. It's story time. Welcome to Story Time with me, Miss Red, here at CARE. If you've been here before, wave your hands in the air. Woo, 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 woo. I see some familiar faces, and I see some new faces too at Storytime. Welcome here. Welcome with us. Ouch. Woo, woo. I'm going to give you my little spiel, and then we're going to start. If you haven't been here before, hi, I'm Miss Red, and I'm usually the Frog Lady, but today I wanted to spice it up, give everybody a little bit of a scare, jump scare if you will, but a good one. I have many different forms. I'm a duck at camp, I'm a frog, I'm even a human. Would you look at that? And then Annie, my son, usually reads with me, but he's tied up right now with school, but he will be here sometime soon. I promise. I promise. What else? Let's see. We have a Facebook group. If you have a little SL Facebook, you can join us there and stay up to date on story times and other tiny little events that we do. We read here at Care. We read at Nuggets. And we even read at our own bog. If you haven't been to the bog yet, I highly recommend going to the bog. You can TP there after this and look all around. We got little tiny little rooms and campsite, and it's real cute. We're going to read a couple stories today, and one of them, if you were here last time when we read here at Care, June 9th, I think it was, we started the Peaseblossom series, and we read book 1, and now we're going to read book 2. But don't fret if you weren't here for book 1. That's on YouTube. You can watch it later. And the cool thing is, it's a different story. So even though it is book 2, you're not really missing much. Isn't that great? Kind of like that. But it's all about animals. Welcome in, Cress. Papa Squat, take a seat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome. Let me think. I got a group if you got group space. If you don't, I totally understand. You'll probably get our notice through Care or Nuggets. Either one. I'm on all the calendars, and I even got my own. Wowie kapowie. And let's see. I think that's everything. Oh, it's not everything. If you want frog swag or collectibles, you can pack the collectible frog. If you were here last story time, I did not change out the collectible yet, so you probably already have that collectible. But if you're new, definitely pick up your collectible now. I will have another one the end of this month when I come back here and read. Oh gosh, I think I read June 30th to close the month out of June. And then I got a lot of other stuff in the works for July with many more readings than I have done this month. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Welcome in, Aqua. If you are here for Storytime Papa Squat, don't forget your tokens. Put your Care Summer HUD on and grab your tokens before, after. You can run through them, click them, anything. Ethan with a Y! Hello, little kitty Ethan. Papa Squat on one of the chairs down below.
Hello. Help. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Indeed. As soon as Ethan sits down on a cushion, we're gonna start. And I think we should go ahead and start with the Peaseblossom book number 2 because I'm dying to know what happens next. And I'm sure all of you are dying to know too. Does that sound good? Eee! Yes. And then we will do... I know fairies. I love fairies. I really do. And the end of this month, on the 30th, we'll read books 3 and 4, and then we will finish out. That's the main 2 books I'll be reading on the 30th. So definitely see if you can be here at 5 p.m. June 30th for the last 2 books in the series, because oh my goodness, that's going to be amazing. We should all dress up as fairies then, I think. Get some floaty wings and crowny things.
Mrs. Red.
Mrs. Red. I love that. Annie's voice. Okay. Wow, look at this crowd. Thank you guys for coming to story time. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Book 2, Superfairies, Adventures in Peaseblossom Woods by Jane Louise Jones, illustrated by Jenny Poe. Book 2, Dancer, the Wild Pony. All right, Chapter 1, Summer Fair Plans. The sun was warm and bright, and the air was filled with the scent of rose and lavender. The river tinkled through Peaseblossom Woods, and the woodland animals relaxed in the soothing warmth of midsummer. The Superfairies were very excited. Yippee! Today's the summer fair, said Rose. It's always so much fun. I'm in charge of the contest to design the best fairy dress. I can't wait. I'm going to sell super jams, said Berry. I've been picking berries all week. I'm going to help people make necklaces, said Star. She placed lots of sparkling gemstones in a box. The fair is always the best of the summer, declared Rose. I love seeing all the animals having fun. Oh, I know. Let's decorate the cherry blossom tree with flowers and lanterns, said Silk. Yes! Chorused the other 3 Superfairies. I love the dance contest at the fair, said Star. I so want to win this year. Like, really, really bad. Oh, Star, it's fun to take part, but you know Dancer the Wild Pony always wins, said Rose. Yes, and she's a lovely dancer, the best in Peaseblossom Woods, said Star. But I won't give up hope yet, she added with a smile as she practiced her dance moves around the house. The fairies started to decorate their house with branches of delicate blossoms and vases of pink roses. Then they heard the sound of the bells ringing in the wood. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. They all stopped what they were doing immediately. Shh, shh, listen! One of the animals needs us, cried Rose. She checked the strawberry computer. What's the problem? Asked Berry. We've got to get over to Copperwood Stables as fast as possible, Rose said. Oh dear, said Berry. Can you see what's happening? Yes, cried Rose. Dancer's in some kind of trouble. Oh, how terrible! Dancer? Said Star. Poor thing. I wonder what's going on. Let's get moving. The fairies filled the tank of the ferrycopter with spring water fuel from the pump, flew into their seats, checked their checklists, and they were soon ready for takeoff. There was no time to waste when the rescue was required. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 said Berry at the controls. The fairies were up in the air in the ferrycopter in the swish of a flower wand. Perfect flying conditions, said Berry at the controls. Clear skies and no danger in sight. Hopefully this won't take long to figure out. I hope not, agreed Rose. We need to get organized for this summer fair. The ferrycopter fluttered over the leafy trees of Peaseblossom Woods. Chapter 2, Mystery at the Stables. There is Copperwood Stables down below, said Berry. She began to lower the ferrycopter into a clearing in the woods. The fairies flew out of the ferrycopter towards the stables. Dancer's sister Cloud stood waiting for them at Copperwood Stables. She was alone. That's strange, said Rose. Where's Dancer? Superfairies all looked across the field for Dancer, but there was no sign of her. "I'm so happy to see you," called Cloud as the fairy copter landed. "The thing is, Dancer has disappeared." Oh, is right. Disappeared? Well, that's odd. I mean, maybe she's just like on an errand, getting some salt lick. "When did you see her last?" asked Star. "She was dancing away in the field. Then I heard her sobbing loudly. Sad sobs. I came to find out what was wrong," said Cloud. "Go on," urged Silk. "I saw her cantering off toward the woods, throwing up dust behind her as she went," explained Cloud. How strange. She loves the dance contest at the summer fair," said Star. "I wonder why she was so upset." "I don't understand what's happened," said Cloud. "It's just not like her at all." "Can you think of anywhere else she might have gone?" Rose asked. "Well, she often has her hair decorated with flowers by the squirrels at their beauty parlor. I mean, you could try there," suggested Cloud. "Okay, let's start at Squirrel Square," said Rose. The fairies flew westward to where the squirrel family lived. The squirrels were busy packing up their things for the beauty stall at the summer fair. They piled in strawberry shampoo, petal perfume, blueberry cream, and sandalwood soap. These were just some of the lovely things the squirrels made for everyone in Peaseblossom Woods. Mrs. Squirrel came out to greet the Superfairies. "Hello! I thought I heard the bells ring. How can I help you?" asked Miss Squirrel. "Have you seen Dancer?" asked Silk. "Not recently. We put our flowers in her mane, especially before the dance contest, but not today, funnily enough." "Huh," said Miss Squirrel. "Try the Frog's house. She often chats with Mr. Frog." "Will do. Thanks, Miss Squirrel," said Silk. The fairies flew immediately over to the river bank and explained what had happened. "Dancer's gone missing? That is surprising," Mr. Frog said with a look of shock upon his froggy little face. "She often likes to look at her reflection in the pond and chat with me about, this and that, froggy things and whatnot," he continued on. "But not today. Why don't you try the mousy house? Yeah, the mice, they had been talking to her about this dance contest. Yep, I reckon." At the mousy house, little Miss Mouse was busy fixing a bow in her hair. "Hi, Superfairies!" she cried, but she was soon very upset to hear about Dancer. "Gone missing? Oh, no!" said little Miss Mouse. "She was here yesterday. She said her dance wasn't good enough to win this year. And I told her to practice, because practice makes perfect, and she would just do her best. I watched her dance and told her she did a lovely job, but she didn't sound as if she believed me." The Superfairies began to get very worried. "Oh, how worrying," said Rose. "I mean, can you think of anywhere else that she may have gone to?" Possibly to Badger's Dell, but she likes to go there sometimes with Belinda the Badger and see what she thinks of her dances," said little Miss Mouse. So the fairies went over to Badger's Dell. The Superfairies saw dainty little hoof prints in the ground. "A clue! At last!" said Silk. "Let's follow these hoof prints," said Berry. The hoof prints were almost certainly Dancer's. I mean, they looked as if Dancer had been upset. These prints went this away, then that away, then around in circles. Finally, the hoof prints stopped at the door to the Badger household. Berry knocked on the door. Chapter 3. Dancers on the Run. "Hello? Anybody home?" she called, peering into the little window. Miss Badger opened the door. "Yes," she said rather sharply. "Hello! Have you seen Dancer by any chance?" asked Silk. No, I haven't. Sorry, can't help you, said Mrs. Badger, slamming the door shut in the fairy's face. The Superfairies were very suspicious of Miss Badger, as she was usually so friendly. There was a whinnying sound from inside the house. Her hoof prints stop here, and I can hear her. She has to be in there, said Barry. But why is she hiding, and how do we get her out, wondered Rose. I'll try to see what's going on inside of the house, said Star. She peered in the little window. I can't see a thing, she complained. Let me try, said Barry, squeezing right in next to Star. Let me see. I do see Dancer, and Belinda, too. What are they doing? Asked Rose curiously. Dancer looks really sad. Her head is low and her eyes are glistening. She's been crying, I'd say, said Barry. If they won't let us in, we will have to get them out somehow, said Rose. Why don't I dazzle and they'll all come outside to see what's going on, said Star, wand ready. Good idea. I mean, it's worth a try, said Rose. Star spun around, creating a big, bright flash. Twinkle, sparkle, dazzle, ta-da! The bright light dazzled in the dell. All the badgers came racing outside to see what was going on. We know she's in there, said Star. Why won't she come out? We can't tell you, said Miss Badger. You must! Cloud is worried, and so are we, said Silk. Miss Badger clearly wanted to help. She dropped her voice to a whisper. She's worried about the dance contest. She says she's forgotten how to dance. Got herself all worked up, that poor dear. Doesn't even want to be in it this year, she says. I mean, can you believe that? At that very moment, Dancer clip-clopped out of the house, heading toward the woods. She gathered speed and in a blink was racing into the distance. Powdery dust filled the air behind her. Dancer, come back, called Silk. Please, we can help you. But Dancer galloped wildly through the woods, while the Superfairies chased after her from the air above. Look out, Dancer, cried Barry. There's a huge hedge up ahead. Dancer cantered faster and faster. She jumped over the hedge, then landed safely on the other side and carried on running. She ran and ran and ran. She came to Rabbit Ridge. Rabbits were icing their huge carrot cake for the home baking stall at the summer fair. Ah, that looks lovely, said Mrs. Rabbit, wiping her brow as she stood back to admire her hard work. I think this just might be my best carrot cake ever. Dancer galloped along so fast that she couldn't slow down. Dancer! Be careful!
Be careful.
Dancer, you have to stop! Dancer was racing towards Miss Rabbit's carrot cake. Her eyes were misty with tears, and she couldn't see very well. Uh-oh. Miss Rabbit heard Dancer and turned around in time to see the sad little pony carrying toward her and her cake. Watch! My cake! cried Miss Rabbit, but too late. Dancer ran right over that carrot cake. Squelch, splosh, splatter. And then Dancer kept running. Miss Rabbit looked up at the Superfairies. You've got to stop her before she does any more damage, she called. I mean, I spent hours on this cake. Superfairies could see that Dancer was going to run until she couldn't run any further. Dancer kept cantering, the Superfairies kept flying, and everyone was exhausted. But how could they get Dancer to stop? Dancer came to a clearing that had 5 paths leading from it. She seemed to hesitate for a brief moment. Perhaps she'll stop here, said Rose. Dancer decided to take the narrowest, trickiest path into the deepest part of the woods to Peaseblossom. The Superfairies needed all their skills to follow her down the dark path and dodged between the branches. Eventually, Dancer stumbled. "What shall we do?" asked Star. "Her poor little legs!" "Silk, you'll have to catch her gently in a web," called Rose. "I mean, we can't talk to her while she's out of control like this." As Dancer stumbled along a narrow path between the trees, Silk dropped a web in front of her. Dancer couldn't go to the left, and she couldn't go to the right. She came to a stop as the web folded around her. "Leave me alone!" she cried. "I don't even want to go to the stupid summer fair." "We want to help because we care about you," said Rose, blowing a healing kiss. "Mwah! Mwah!" "I'm no good at dancing now," Dancer cried. "Please don't make me even dance this year." Rose's kiss landed on Dancer's pretty little nose, and she settled down immediately after that. "Come on, Dancer. You're the greatest dancer in Peaseblossom Woods. We need you at the summer fair this year," said Star. "I can't do it. It's horrible when everyone expects you to be the best every year. I mean, I'm so nervous," sobbed Dancer. "Oh, you poor thing," said Rose. "Why don't you dance with Star this year?" Dancer's face broke into a sweet little smile. "I mean, I suppose I could try that. It would be lovely to dance with her. I mean, only if she wants to," Dancer agreed. "I'd love to," said Star. "It would be an honor to dance with you." Dancer giggled. "Okay, this could be kind of fun." Rose was relieved. She had been so worried that Dancer would get hurt, but she was safe and well, and with any luck, she would still be in the dance contest. Whew. Chapter 4. The Dance Contest. Before the summer fair, Star and Dancer had a picnic lunch by the cherry blossom tree. I'm thinking, what should we do for our dance?" asked Star. "I've been practicing something really special this year," said Dancer. "Do you want to see?" "Oh, yes, let's go further along the riverbank and try out some new moves," suggested Star. "That's a great idea," said Dancer. "And after that, would you like to come with me to have flowers put in our hair?" "Oh, I would love that," said Star. Dancer and Star had their hair done with matching pink flowers. Everyone in Peaseblossom Woods was happy and calm as the summer fair began. All of the animals arrived with baskets and food, decorations, and balloons, and the young animals enjoyed playing games. The moms and dads chatted and ate cupcakes. Mr. Otter took a barge trip along the river. At last it was time for the dance contest. A huge audience gathered to see Star and Dancer dance together. They danced a scene from Cinderella, and Mr. Badger played on an old piano. Dancer and Star made dainty jumps, spins, and hops. It was the prettiest dance that anyone had ever seen. "Well done," said Rose. "That was truly lovely." Dancer was so nervous when it was time for the winner to be announced that all the fairies hovered around her to make sure she did not run off again. "And when the winner is," announced Mr. Mouse. "Aha! We have 2 winners this year, Star and Dancer." A huge cheer went up in the crowd. "Let's hear it! Let's hear it!" "To the best dance ever," said someone. "A lovely partnership," said another. "Oh, how sweet," said little Miss Mouse. "Hey, we both won this year," laughed Star as they received floral garlands from Mr. Mouse. The 4 Superfairies lay back on the grass with the sun shining onto them. Dancer turned to all the Superfairies. Thank you guys for giving me back my confidence. I'm so sorry I've tired everyone out, she said. We are tired, said Rose, but it's time for our song. The Superfairies formed a fairy circle while Dancer danced in the middle, and the fairies sang their rescue song. Dancer danced merrily along the riverbank. Hey, come back, called Rose, as Dancer cantered straight back, and she promised not to run away the next time that she ever felt nervous. The end.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. Well, now we know what happens in book 2. I cannot even wait to see what happens in book 3. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow. Welcome everybody that has come in. Hello, hello. Welcome to Storytime with me, Miss Red. Papa, squat, get cozy, bring your parents, your friends. Today's theme is Animal Day. So if you have a little animal, little companion you want to wear, feel free to wear it. Usually I'm a frog lady, but today I'm surprising everybody as being a human. I know, big shock, big shock. If you're new to Storytime with us, welcome. Don't forget to get your care tokens at the bottom. They're good for an hour. Once they go poof, can't be nothing I can do about it. Until next Storytime, when we get more tokens. I'm Miss Red, and I'm with Kiwi and Lime Storytime. You can follow me on Facebook and YouTube. I have an in-world group as well. I read stories all around the grid at my own blog, here at Care, and even at Nuggets. And soon I will probably even read at a school near you. If you missed book 1 of Peaseblossom Woods, don't even fret. And if you missed most of book 2 that we read just now, also don't fret. I upload all of my story times to YouTube so you can watch them at your own leisure, in your own free time, or even when it's time for bed. Isn't that cool? I think that's cool. Next up, we are reading The Flying Train. Choo-woo! Annie! And for those that are just coming in, you'll see a bit of hover text down here. We've got merch. We've got K&L merch. You get a fancy little crown and some of the gestures we've played today. And for those that are returning to Story Times, we're doing collectibles now. So usually it'll be one of the books that I read, and it'll have a little link to the YouTube so that you can watch the video that the story was read in. And if you pat the frog up here on the shelf, that's how you'll get the collectible for this month. Hey, hello, Annie, welcome in. Welcome. We're just starting book 2. We just finished the Peaseblossoms. Welcome back, Josh. All right. All aboard the flying train. Oh, wow. The flying train. It was such a cold night that Timmy and Nellie were put to bed early. Teddy and Dolly also slept beside them, and Puppy and Kitty slept on the floor next to the bed. Later on, when everyone was fast asleep, Timmy was awakened by a strange sound. I wonder what that would be. Woo, woo, chuff, 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 chuff. Woo, woo. What's that noise? Timmy murmured, still half asleep. It's coming closer, he cried. Nellie and the others woke up at the sound of Timmy's voice. They all looked up toward the sound and saw an amazing sight. It's a flying train! Timmy and Nellie shouted at once. Come on, everyone! The train shouted. I'll take you for a ride in the sky. All aboard! What? Everyone cried. A ride in the sky? Wonderful! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Let's get in, let's get in! So Timmy, Nellie, Puppy, and Kitty, Teddy, and Dolly too, all jumped into the flying train. Here we go! Woof, 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 choo, woo! Chick, 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 chick. Off the train went. The train went flying through the air, chuffing and woofing, hooting and puffing smoke too. All along the way, it flew away from the window. They went so high above the birds, and the birds watched the train fly by in wonder. They dipped their wings and waved at them. Everybody waved back at the birds. Timmy, Nellie, and their friends were so happy. Over the clouds and under the clouds and even through the clouds the train went. It flew, flew, and flew again. Everybody aboard yelled and laughed with joy. It's so cold up in the sky, Dolly said as she began to shiver. Still the train flew up and up. It went through the misty clouds farther and farther away, and suddenly, look over there! Teddy shouted. Oh, what is that? Said Timmy. That must be fairyland, said Puppy. Oh, look over here too, Dolly shouted. There are mountains of ice cream, and rivers of honey, beautiful gardens, juicy fruits, and lovely fairies. I wonder if these are the Peaseblossom fairies. Timmy, Nellie, and the others couldn't quite believe their eyes. They couldn't wait to get in there, but the train was in a big hurry. It did not want to stop. So on they went, right on past the wonderful place, waving to all the fairies, and the fairies waved right back as they flew on. Woof, chicka, 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 woof, choo, choo. The flying train kept going, and it went farther and farther into the sky. There! Look over there, Timmy said. The stars are glittering all over the sky. Yes, said the stars. That is what we do. We glitter like the sun. We're all suns, as you must know. Oh, yes, indeed. You are so beautiful, Timmy said. Timmy and the others all waved at the stars as they flew right on. Let's go see the moon, said Teddy. Oh, there it is, cried Dolly. Wow, it's so beautiful. The moon is very big, isn't it? Said Kitty. It's so strange, but like when we saw the moon from the ground, it was quite small. But look how big it is up here, Dolly yelled excitedly. And see how far we are from Earth and how close we are to the moon? That's why we see it so big, said Tommy. The moon was reflecting the sunlight. Timmy, Nellie, and their friends waved goodbye to the moon, and on they flew in their flying train. Choo-woo! Oh, be careful, be careful! Nellie shouted. Here comes a big rain cloud. But the flying train would not listen. It was not afraid of anything at all, really. There, don't be scared, as the engine turned to calm its passengers. Crash! The train crashed. Boom! Right into the rain cloud. Big water droplets splattered all around, leaving their friends wet and dripping from the heavy downpour that the train smashed right into. Oh no! Nellie yelled. All of them were soaked to the skin and bone, but the train would not stop flying. Oh no. It zigged and it zagged all over the sky. Round and round it went. Achoo! Nellie began sneezing just like the train, and soon everyone was sneezing. Achoo! Achoo! Oh, if Mummy could see us, we would be scolded right now, said Nellie, looking around as if Mother was watching from somewhere in the distance. The flying train flew faster and faster. What a hurry it seemed to be in. The wind became stronger as the train went faster still. Soon the earth was far below, so far that it was nothing but a small marble. "Oh, what is that?" Kitty shouted at a big reddish globe. "That's a planet," said Nellie. "Look, it's going around the sun." Puppy was amazed. "Yes, yes, my teacher said that the planets move all around the sun, just like our Earth planet," said Nellie. "Look, look, there are some strange people on that planet," Teddy said, pointing at the tiny creatures they could just make out on the planet. "Oh, I know, it's the planet Mars," Timmy explained. "We learned about this in school. Those are the little gray people, and they look at their flying saucers." Everyone looked at the planet, curious to see people from another world. "Yes, we are the little gray people of Mars. You are most welcome to visit our planet," said the little people, waving at the flying train. Timmy, Nellie, and the others would have loved to have met them, but the train was in such a hurry it just couldn't wait. It hurried past the planet Mars and went farther and farther out into space. "Gosh, how big is the sky?" "Unbelievably big. It's like there's no end. Look over here. The sun is rising. Let's go see the sun," Puppy shouted. "Oh, wow, look how big the sun is. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. The sun is glowing like a ball of fire," Teddy whispered rather fearfully. No, I don't think we should get any closer," Dolly said. "It's burning hot. I can't even look at him." "Mommy always says it's not good to look up directly at the sun, and he looks very wicked." No, I'm not wicked," said the sun. "I love you all. I'm the one who gives you light, warmth, and so much more." "Yes, of course, the sun gives us a lot," Timmy told the others. "We really can't live without the sun. He is very good to us." Seeing the sun, he suddenly remembered something. "Oh my gosh, it's almost dawn. We have to get ready for school." Yes, we are going to be late for school," Nellie cried. "Stop, please stop." Timmy and Nellie both shouted at the train engine. The train went on flying as if he didn't hear them. It was going around and round, farther and farther, all over the sky, laughing away. He was in such a hurry. "What should we do? We're going to be late for school," said Nellie nervously. "Let's jump. No, seriously. Let's all jump off the train. Right now," Nellie exclaimed. "Okay, let's all jump off the train," said Puppy. "They close your eyes. 1, I'm scared. 2, I'm peeking. 3, and jump." Timmy counted. Everyone jumped out of the train. Thud! They all landed. "Oh, Mommy, my leg, my arm, ouch, it hurts." Everyone was a-screaming. Just then, Timmy heard his mother's voice, as if in a dream. Why are you making all these noises in the middle of the night? Have you had a dream?" Mother asked as she rushed into the room. "Oh!" Timmy woke up, rubbing his knees and elbows as if it still hurt, shouting just a little. Everybody else also woke up. "Was it a dream?" Timmy murmured, looking around. "Oh, Timmy." Everybody roared in laughter together. The end of the flying train.
Yay!
That was a little wild. I was kind of surprised he wasn't going to stop. That was interesting. You're welcome. And our last story we have for today is The Big Sea. No, Mr. Train did not have his listening ears on. That's correct, comma. He did not. Moral of the story. Always try to keep your listening ears on. All right, let's see. Welcome back, Annie.
Thank you.
Martin Waddell, the big sea. Oh, okay. I can't wait to learn all about the big sea while we're in the tiny little river. Oh, yeah. Mama said, let's go. So we went. Out of the house and into the dark, I saw the moon. Wow. We went over the field and under the fence, and I saw the sea in the moonlight waiting for me. Look how big that sea is. Look how big that moon is. That's a moon you could howl at. Ow!
Wow.
Ow, ow! Yeah, ow! Ow! And I ran, and Mama ran. We ran and ran, straight through the puddles and out to the sea. I went right into the shiny bit. There was only me in the big sea. I splashed and I laughed, and Mama came after me, and we paddled out deep into the water. We got all wet. Then we walked a bit more by the edge of the sea, and our feet made big holes in the sand. Far, far away, right around the bay, were the town and the lights and the mountains. We felt very small, Mama and me. We didn't go to the town. We just stayed for a while by the sea. And Mama said to me, remember, this time it's the way life should be. I got cold, and Mama carried me all the way back. We sat by the fire, Mama and me, and ate hot buttered toast, and I went to sleep on her knee. I'll always remember just Mama and me, and the night that we walked by the big sea. The end of the big sea.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh my goodness, we got a little bit of time left. Let's see.
Yay!
Let's see what we can read with just a little bit of time left. You know who else lived by the sea? Ponyo. Oh, man. Ponyo. Okay. Man, if I could get that as a book, that would be amazing. I will have to investigate that. Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, gosh, we've read so many. Let's see. Let's do Snow White, a classic. We all know the tale. A Little Golden Book, Walt Disney Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Oh gosh. Rotated my whole stage. My bad, y'all. That scared me. Long ago, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a lovely young princess named Snow White. Her stepmother, the queen, was cruel and vain. She hated anyone whose beauty rivaled her own, and she watched her stepdaughter with angry, jealous eyes. The queen had magic powers and owned a wondrous mirror that spoke. Every day she stood before it and asked, "Mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?" And every day the mirror answered, "You are the fairest one of all, O queen, the fairest our eyes have ever seen." As time passed, Snow White grew more and more beautiful, and the queen grew more and more envious, so she forced the princess to dress in rags and work from dawn to dusk. Despite all the hard work, Snow White stayed sweet, gentle, and cheerful. Day after day she washed and swept and scrubbed, and day after day she dreamt of a handsome prince who would come and carry her off to his castle. One day, when the queen spoke to her mirror, it replied with news that she had been dreading. There was now someone even more beautiful than the queen, and that person was Snow White. The queen sent for her huntsman. "Take Snow White deep into the forest," she said, "and there, my faithful huntsman, you will ask her kindly to leave." The man begged the queen to have mercy, but she would not be persuaded. "Silence!" she warned. "You know the penalty if you fail." The next day Snow White, never suspecting that she was in danger, went off with the huntsman. When they were deep in the woods, the huntsman got on his knee and asked if she would leave, nicely. "I can't do it," he sobbed. "Forgive me." He told her it was the queen who ordered this wicked deed. "The queen?" gasped Snow White. "She's jealous of you," said the huntsman. "She'll stop at nothing. Quick! Run away, and don't come back. I'll lie to the queen. Now go! Run and hide." Frightened Snow White fled through the woods. Branches tore at her clothes. Sharp twigs scratched her arms and legs. Strange eyes stared from the shadows. Danger lurked everywhere, and Snow White ran on and on. At last, Snow White fell wearily to the ground and began to weep. The gentle animals of the forest gathered around and tried to comfort her. Chirping and chattering, they led her to a tiny cottage. "Oh," said Snow White, "it's adorable, just like a doll's house." But inside, the little tables and chairs were covered with dust, and the sink was filled with dirty dishes. "My!" Snow White said. "Perhaps the children who live there are orphans and need someone to take care of them. Maybe they'll let me stay and keep house for them." The animals all helped, and soon the place was neat and tidy. Meanwhile, the 7 dwarfs who lived in the cottage were heading home from the mine where they worked. The dwarfs were amazed to find their house so clean. They were even more amazed when they went upstairs and saw Snow White. "It's a girl," said Doc. "She's a beautiful," sighed Bashful. "Aw," said Grumpy. "She's going to be trouble. Mark my words." Snow White woke with a start and saw the dwarfs gathered around her. "Why, you're not children! You're little men," she said. "I read your names on the beds," she continued. "Let me guess who you are. You're Doc and you're Bashful. You're Sleepy and you're a Sneezy. You're Happy and Dopey and you must be Grumpy." Then Snow White told the dwarfs all about the queen's plans to ask her nicely to leave. And they decided that she should stay with them. "We're asking for trouble," huffed Grumpy. "But we can't let her get caught by that wicked witch. Queen," said Doc, and the others agreed. That night after supper, they all sang and danced and made merry music. Bashful played the concerta. Happy tapped the drums. Sleepy tooted his own horn. Grumpy played the organ and Dopey wiggled his ears. Snow White loved her new friends, and she felt safe at last. Meanwhile, the Queen had learned from the mirror that Snow White was still in town. With a magic spell, she turned herself into an old peddler woman, filled the basket with apples that were moldy. "One bite," she cackled, "and Snow White will sleep forever, and then I'll be the fairest in the land." The next morning, before they left for the mine, the dwarfs told to be on her guard. "Don't let nobody or nothing in this house," said Grumpy. "Oh, Grumpy," said Snow White, "you do care." "I'll be careful, I promise." She kissed him and the others goodbye, and the dwarfs went cheerfully off to work. Hi ho, it's off to work they go. Do 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 do. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. A few minutes later, the Queen came to the kitchen window. "Making pies, dearie?" "It's apple pies the men love. Here, taste one of these." She held a moldy apple out to Snow White. Snow White remembered the dwarf's warning, but the woman looked harmless, and that apple looked delicious. Snow White bit the apple, and then, with a sigh, fell to the floor. "Oh no, apple!" Told by the birds and animals that something was wrong, the dwarfs raced back to the cottage. Then they saw the Queen sneaking off. They ran after her. As storm clouds gathered and rain began to fall, the dwarfs chased the Queen to the top of the high rocky mountain. Crack, bang, boom! There was flashes of lightning, and the evil Queen fell down very slowly. But it was too late for Snow White. She was so beautiful, even in her slumber. But the dwarfs could not bear to part with her. They built her a lovely resting twin-sized bed out of glass and gold, and day and night they kept watch on their beloved princess. One day a handsome prince came riding along through the forest, and as soon as he saw Snow White, he fell in love with her. Kneeling by her twin-sized golden bed, he kissed her on the story. I'm reading local chat. He kissed her on the forehead. Snow White sat up, blinked, and smiled. The prince's kiss had broken the evil spell. As the dwarves danced with joy, the prince carried Snow White off to his castle, where they lived happily ever after. The end.
Yay!
Huzzah!
Thank you.
Huzzah, husband.
Yay! You're welcome. Thank all of you so much for coming to story time with me today. I will be reading right here at the same time, 5 p.m. SLT, June 30th. I've got an in-world group, a Facebook page. I send notices through the care group, and I send notices through the Nuggets group. So if you don't know how you reach me, there's so many different ways. Don't forget your collectible and your tokens. If you got your care HUD, don't forget to pick up your tokens. They're going to go poof soon. Thank you so much for coming out. Yes, you're welcome. Oh. Yes, don't forget your tokens. You're welcome. And I will have the YouTube video up later on for anybody that may have missed the first story that we started or came in halfway through. Thank you for coming, Tara, Tiger, Annie, Ghost, Shelly, Callie Joe, Bethy, Ethan, Harmony, Peanut, Apple, Jermo, Cress, Josh, Comma, Lil Z, Ethan with a Y,